On June 22nd, 2017, Jimmy Butler was traded from the Chicago Bulls to the Minnesota Timberwolves, along with Justin Patton, who was the Bulls' first-round pick, for Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and Larry Markin, the 8th overall pick, in a move that shook the NBA. There, he was reunited with former head coach Tom Thibodeau, longtime teammate Taj Gibson, and eventually former star partner Derrick Rose. He also ended up clashing heads with the team's young stars, Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins, who he saw as unmotivated. Fast forward to September 19th, 2018. Jimmy Butler requests a trade from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, we're a few days into the NBA season, and Jimmy still hasn't been traded, despite a near-completed deal with the Miami Heat involving Josh Richardson and a protected first-round pick. And it now seems like the NBA front offices will never complete a deal. However, there are some rays of hope that shine upon this dark situation. Jimmy Butler himself said this whole thing could work itself out, and the team may end up getting along, but it would require determination from both parties, and even then, he probably would not sign with the Timberwolves once his contract ends. He can still be traded until February 18th, which is the trade deadline. And although the Miami Heat won't openly admit it, Jimmy Butler can still be dealt to them. Here are 5 Jimmy Butler trades that you probably have not thought of, in order from least likely to most likely. Number 1, a Wolves, Heat, and Hawks trade involving Jimmy, Hassan Whiteside, and Kent Bazemore. For this first trade, we'll have Jimmy Butler, Gorgui Dieng, and Justin Anderson traded to the Heat, Hassan Whiteside and Dion Waiters going to the Atlanta Hawks, and Kent Bazemore, Josh Richardson, and Miles Plumlee going to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Even though the Heat have openly stated that they do not plan to revisit trade talks with the Wolves, I could see them opening themselves up again to a trade for Jimmy Butler if the price is right. This would be relatively hard to work out in terms of salary, with the option to get rid of Hassan Whiteside's oversized contract, as well as acquire Jimmy Butler, may lure them back into trade talks with the Wolves. But as of right now, nothing is happening. On to the next one! Number 2, a Wolves Heat Kings trade with Jimmy, Whiteside, Dieng, and a Kings protected first-round pick. Yes, another 3-team trade with the Heat. So far, this seems to be the mode, because the Heat was the closest anyone got to actually completing a trade for Jimmy. This particular trade would send Jimmy, Gorgui Dieng, and Justin Patton to the Heat, Hassan Whiteside, Keita Bishop, and a Heat unprotected first-round pick to the Kings, and Iman Shumpert, James Johnson, and a Kings protected first-rounder to the Wolves. This trade could definitely work out in terms of salary and satisfaction, but as previously stated, the Heat are trying to avoid getting back into trade talks. However, the option to get Jimmy and shed the massive salary of Hassan Whiteside may get them to consider calling up the Wolves front office again. The only thing missing would be the Wolves' young player, seeing as no player going to the Wolves under the age of 25, but they could even get that with the Heat's protected first-round pick in 2020. Number 3, Jimmy and Dieng to Clippers for Danilo Gallinari, Boban Marjanovic, and Jerome Robinson. I tried a few variations of this trade, initially Jimmy and Teague for Beverly, Danilo, and Bradley, but I settled on this one because it gets both teams everything they want, as well as being instantly available. The positions can be filled out nicely, the salaries work out, and the teams get everything they want from each other. This one seems to work out, but there's still 2 more options that I see as more likely. Number 4, Jimmy and Dieng to Pacers for Bojan Bogdanovic, Thaddeus Young, and TJ Leaf. This one I got from a tweet that I saw in an SB Nation article. Now I know what you might be thinking, but Alex, the Pacers were on his list of places where he wants to be traded. I know. But this is very likely that this trade will happen. Not because Jimmy decided that's where he wanted to go, but because it would be perfect in terms of chemistry, positions, and value. Bojan Bogdanovic and Thaddeus Young would provide the wanted vet leadership on relatively short contracts. TJ Leaf can be the young player the T-Wolves want. Gorgui Dieng's contract would be nicely absorbed into the Pacers' cap space, and no one will step on anyone else's toes on either team, so it all works out. Number 5, Jimmy, Dieng, and Keita Bishop to the Nets for D'Angelo Russell, Alan Crabb, Jared Dudley, and a protected first. This trade, like the last trade involving the Pacers, would fit perfectly and work out well for both sides. In addition, it's on Jimmy Butler's preferred list. This trade provides the Wolves with young talent, cap relief, and veterans, which was the asking price for Butler. Dieng could provide the Nets with something of a mentor for the software center, Jared Allen. Keita Bishop is now beginning his rookie season, and they can get the main piece, Jimmy Butler, who can be the big name who attracts fans, and maybe, just maybe, that mentor that the young players need so much. So in conclusion, even though the NBA season is already underway, there's still a few months left for the Wolves to find a suitable offer for Jimmy Butler. But Jimmy's been balling out, he's a smart basketball player and a smart person, and I really do hope the best for Jimmy and the Wolves, and that the situation does get resolved. But it would be interesting to see how the NBA would shift if he were to get traded, and how he would gel and repel with new teammates. I really like Jimmy and hope he stays, but he probably won't. I actually have another idea. What if the Timberwolves fired Tom Thibodeau, who seems to be one of the main sources of their problems, and hired David Blatt? Would the atmosphere completely change and a better system be implemented? Well, I don't know, but I do know that we have reached the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, maybe about, say, how much a new coach would change the team. Also, thank you to Asthenic for this great music. He makes beat mixes, and I really recommend his channel if you want to listen to some music while just studying, or relaxing, or chilling. There'll be a link to his channel and this song in the description below. Once again, thank you for watching. Goodbye, my gamers.